Good morning everyone, welcome to this first vlog. Today I will create an inventory of an astrological collection in a museum. I'll pick you up to show you how to proceed. I will give you some advices, some tips that I've learned from senior researcher when I was in front of my very first astrological collection in a lab. When I was a master student, I wished I had learned these tips before because I lost a lot of time trying to find my protocol of investigation and of inventorying. Do not forget that your protocol will often change depending on a lot of things, depending on the collection itself, how many items you will have to deal with, or if specific precautions should be taken when you handle the artifacts. It will also vary depending on your study environment, the light, the available space you got, or within your means in terms of equipment and so on. Anyway, I hope that my own way of doing things will inspire you to find your own way of doing things and that it will help you to save time.
Bonjour, j'ai rendez-vous au département paléolithique, s'il vous plaît.
Oui, poussez la grille, refermez bien derrière vous, s'il vous plaît.
D'accord.
Hello, today I'm going to work in the storage areas of the museum. I have to create an inventory of archaeological artifacts, so I will identify each item and I have to provide a photographic coverage of them. So it's probably 2 days of work and well, I think it's going to be great fun. That's a secret area.
For this study, I do not use gloves. In fact, I wear it only when chemical analyses are planned and when it's necessary to preserve the bones from contamination. Here it's an ancient collection, a lot of researchers taught the items, we will not make DNA analysis on it and so on, so it's just useless to use gloves except if you're afraid by dust. And in this case, do not become an archaeologist. I always got my soft paintbrush to clean by dusting the artifacts before shooting them. I also use a whiteboard to write down the inventory number before taking photograph of each object. It's very useful to prevent the risk of inversion during the derushing. I know that some of my colleagues prefer to write down the number of the photograph inside of the register sheet, but personally I do prefer the clap method. I think it's definitely easier. Obviously, never ever forget to put the scale on when you shoot the artifact.
Okay, now I'm just going to show you the truth hidden behind nice archaeological photographs. Ta-da! All this stuff are here to maintain the mandible in equilibrium so I can take a nice photograph of it.
Keep in mind that a good working session begins with a prior organization. When you have to create an inventory, prepare the register sheet in order to save time and to avoid forgetting something in the heat of the moment. In your inventory, here is the minimum of information that will be required. The inventory number, if the item do not own one for the moment, that can happen. You will have to create it according to standards of the museum in conjunction with the curator. Add the precise description of the artifact, including its state of preservation, keywords, and every clue which can be useful for other researchers in order to find out the item. The things you are going to describe vary in function of the type of the artifact you are inventorying. If you are working on lithic tools or pottery shards, you will have to write down information about the weight, the shape, some comments about the technology, etc. If you are working on faunal remains, precise the species and the number of fragments or the total weight of bones of the different species.
Okay, I finished my second day at the museum and I wanted to give you very last advice. When you study a collection or when you create an inventory, you take a lot of pictures. It's normal. Order and sort out the pictures immediately when you get home. Even if you are very tired, it's very important to do it immediately, or you will be literally overwhelmed by the amount of data. I hope this video will help you. If you need some more tips or if you have any questions, please leave a comment below and I will answer as soon as possible. Bye!